Welcome to Namescape.
Hi there, welcome to Namescape. Especially you. Yes, you. Thank you for coming. This video is meant to be a direct follow-on from my previous video, except this one comes with "Don't take anything in the wilderness you're not willing to lose." Because I plan to use a green fingers aura to see how much bloodweed I can grow in the wilderness in 20 minutes. So stay tuned to find out how much GP per hour can be made fast growing bloodweed seeds in the wilderness. Or if I get PK'd, let's see how much the PK'er makes. Good luck to him. Or her. So why am I doing this now?
Legacy of Zamorak storyline. We are modernising wilderness graphics and gameplay by making PvP optional, as well as introducing a range of new PvM challenges. These changes are going to...
So believe it or not, over the years I've spent a lot of time in the wildy. I'll never forget the first time I was PK'd. I was doing some quests and we didn't have guides back then, and I thought I had to go to the Chaos altar in the wilderness. It wasn't, I was supposed to go to the Zamorak temple in Varrock. But I was wandering around the wilderness with all my quest supplies, and out of nowhere a PK turned up with a magic short bow and just obliterated me within seconds. Obviously I was gutted, I'd lost all my supplies. But I was also in awe. The incredible skill level, how quickly he killed me. I was like, wow, this PKing's quite cool. I know what you're thinking, all PKs are bad, because all they do is lure people, or skull trick, or just kill people trying to do penguins. I mean, that's not really PKing, that's just being a dick. Believe it or not, back in the day, PKing was quite honourable. We had rules, we had ways it works. You wouldn't just jump someone out of nowhere, you'd have a talk to them beforehand and discuss, you know, what you were fighting for. And yeah, I've seen the graphical updates, I've seen what they're going to do with the wilderness, the whole threat mechanic and all that. It looks fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. I just hope it's handled in the right way. So they say now the wilderness will be opt-in for PvP. They've also said this is a work in progress, so they don't exactly know how it's going to work. I do love the look of the new threat system. It looks pretty good. This could be an amazing Slayer dungeon. But how will other things that are normally in the wilderness, the things that already exist, the people that opt in or opt out, how is it going to affect them? Now, ModClaire spoke about Warbands, and I'll let you hear what she's got to say here.
What about Warbands, just for any Warbands fans out there? Are they going to be still PvP, or are they going away? Like, what are we doing with Warbands within the wilderness?
So, yeah, Warbands staying in the wilderness, they are still going to be PvP. I think PvP is going to be opt-in. We haven't exactly got nailed down, I believe, exactly how that's going to work. But Warbands, it'll still be happening, it'll still be PvP.
But I do worry about, what about the other skills, the things that already exist in the wilderness? Will they be opt-in or opt-out? So I've already made a video on Backromal bolts, I'm doing this one on growing bloodweed, but there's also the charming moths, there's black salamanders, there's divination in the wilderness volcano, there's the agility course. Are these things going to be opt-in or opt-out? And here's what ModClaire had to say about that.
And the rest
Now, another exciting...
give you the details when we know about it.
Yeah, definitely, and that, again, we're giving you a much more advanced preview than we usually do with content, so bear with us as we're learning how to do this again. Hope you're enjoying it.
Mandrith, our favourite wilderness Slayer master, he's moved into the deep wilderness and he's changed Slayer, which we expect and hope is going to make the wildy area, the whole landscape, the best place to train Slayer. So
the wilderness is going to become a massive Slayer dungeon with this threat mechanic, which does look quite cool. But what about things like revenants? Will they be opt-in or opt-out? What about lava strike worms? What about the wildy worm? Will that be opt-in or opt-out? It's a Slayer creature, but it's in the wilderness and has traditionally been in the wilderness. Where will they fit? So before we start, we're going to need some bloodweed seeds. Now you can get these on the GE, they're about 90, 100k each, or you can just go into the wilderness and buy them from the bandits shop, some sort of shop. Insert shop here. This is in level 23 wilderness, so it's best to go naked, except for, I'll take your wilderness sword to you because that allows you to teleport out from above level 20 wilderness. If you don't have the wilderness sword, you could always use something like Amulet of Glory that also has the teleport option. Now to use this shop you're going to need to be skulled, because the bandits will attack anyone who's not skulled. But as you're only going in with one item, stick protect item on, you're perfectly safe to go. And the best way to get skulled is to talk to Mr. X in Edgeville. He's the NPC in the bright yellow outfit, just north of the bank. Now, if it's your first time talking to him and asking to get skulled, you're going to be talking for a long time because he asks question after question after question after question after question, and then he skulls you. But as he's an old friend of mine, I just have to ask once and I'm instantly skulled. Now, you could run all the way to the shop, it's just kind of over the wilderness wall and then north, west of here, but I find the quickest way is to use the wilderness lodestone, then run a bit west, and then sort of hug the edge of the volcano heading north and going through the top, and you can buy the herbs in the shop, which is in the northwest corner. It has a stock of 5 seeds every day, and they're 50k each, so they're about half price to what they would be on the GE. Once you're finished, use your item that allows you to teleport out of between level 20 and 30 wilderness, so your wildy sword or your glory or something like that. And then you're safe, and just do some safe activity for 10 minutes, because getting skulled this way, you'll only be skulled for 10 minutes. If you actually attack someone in the wilderness, you get skulled for 20 minutes, but this is just 10 minutes. Just do something safe for 10 minutes and you'll be fine. So just another short farming video here, but one with a little bit of a difference, because coming next month we get the Wilderness Reborn and Jagex are finally killing off the wilderness, so I thought I'd do a 20-minute farming video, 20-minute aura on bloodweed. Wish me luck. I know in the last video I didn't talk about what items you should be wearing when farming her, because it was aimed at maxed players, so didn't really need to go through it. But Master Farmer outfit, 120 farm cape, wilderness sword, ventral kite shield, phoenix necklace. And the Dwarven Harvester I use is not my normal one, it's one that's only got about 500 charges on it in case I get killed. Well, that's the first 5 minutes of Oregon, and we're on 276 herbs. And that is now half the aura done. That's quite a cool angle, actually. Well, that really shows how scary the wilderness is these days, isn't it? I was more worried about getting a good shot than getting shot. So again, top the juju up. Oh, we got the countdown timer on the aura now, less than a minute left. I brought 50 seeds to me. Looks like I'm going to have 10 left over, which is roughly what I usually do, 40 seeds an hour. I brought 50 seeds with me. Looks like I'm going to have 10 left when I finish, which is about right. I generally use 40 seeds during a farm aura, so it's roughly one harvested every 30 seconds, I guess. 20 minutes, 40 seeds. Well, there's been a few misclicks here. I think this could be my last one. Unless my cape procs really quickly. Nah. Oh well, get this last one. Get a seed planted, no need to quick grow. And then let's get the hell out of here. Back to low level wilderness, then back towards retreat. Let's do a quick price check. So, here we go. Where's the price checker? Price check. How much money did we make? In 20 minutes of farm aura. Oh, less than I thought. But I suppose you can't really complain at nearly 26 million in just 20 minutes of farming. Well, that's inflation for you, isn't it? Imagine telling a younger me that I would be upset making 75 million an hour, GP that is, farming herbs. Ha! Crazy. Inflation. And believe it or not, once upon a time, the RuneScape economy was driven by the wilderness.